The rare 1981 Philippines Juan Luna 25 Sentimo coin. History, value and secrets. Imagine holding a small coin in your hand. A coin that many people once used to buy candies, bus rides, or small everyday items. At first glance it may look ordinary, just another old coin from the Philippines. But what if that tiny coin carries a powerful story from history? A story of art, national pride, and hidden value. Today, we are talking about the fascinating 1981 Philippines 25 Sentimo coin featuring Juan Luna, a coin issued by the Bangko Sentral in Pilipinas that connects the world of currency with the legacy of one of the greatest Filipino artists in history. This coin may look simple, but behind its design lies a deep cultural story. So stay with me until the end of this video, because we will uncover the coin's history, its design, its connection to a national hero, and the surprising value some collectors believe it could have. Let's begin our journey. Back in the early 1980s, the Philippines was going through economic and political changes. During this time, the country's central bank released a series of coins known as the Ang Bagong Lipunan coin series. These coins were designed not only for daily use but also to celebrate important Filipino figures who helped shape the nation. One of those figures was the legendary painter Juan Luna. The 25 Sentimo coin, released in 1981, proudly features his name and image. For many Filipinos, this coin was simply part of everyday life. But over time, collectors began to look at it differently. They started noticing the artistic tribute hidden in such a small piece of metal. To truly understand this coin, we must first understand the man whose legacy it honors. Juan Luna was one of the most celebrated Filipino painters of the 19th century. Born in 1857, he became famous not only in the Philippines but also internationally for his powerful and emotional artworks. His most iconic masterpiece, Spoliarium, won a gold medal at the Madrid Exposition in 1884. That achievement was historic. It proved that Filipino artists could stand alongside the greatest painters in Europe. At a time when the Philippines was still under colonial rule, Luna's success gave Filipinos a sense of pride and identity. His art told stories of struggle, humanity, and resilience. Because of this, he became more than just an artist. He became a symbol of Filipino excellence. Decades later, the Philippine government decided to honor his legacy by placing his image on the 25 Sentimo coin. Now let's take a closer look at the coin itself. The 1981 25 Sentimo coin has a classic and recognizable design. On the front side, also called the obverse, you will see the portrait of Juan Luna. His profile faces one direction, and beneath the portrait you can find his name written clearly. This design serves as a tribute to the great painter and reminds people of his contribution to Filipino culture. The coin also shows the year 1981, marking the time it was minted. On the reverse side, the design features the seal of the Bangko Sentral in Pilipinas, the country's central monetary authority. The seal represents stability, national identity, and the authority responsible for issuing the nation's currency. The words Republica in Pilipinas appear around the design, reinforcing the coin's connection to the country. In terms of physical characteristics, the 1981 25 Sentimo coin was made from a copper-nickel alloy. It has a modest size and weight, making it practical for everyday circulation. For decades, millions of these coins moved through markets, stores, transportation systems, and homes across the Philippines. But here is where things get interesting. While most of these coins were common in circulation, certain versions have caught the attention of coin collectors. Sometimes, small details can make a big difference in the world of numismatics. A coin might become valuable because of a minting error, limited production, unusual condition, or historical significance. Collectors around the world constantly search for these hidden gems. Some collectors claim that rare variations of the 1981 Juan Luna 25 Sentimo coin could be worth far more than their original face value. For example, coins that remain in extremely good condition, what collectors call uncirculated, or mint state, can be more desirable. Others may have small minting errors, such as unusual markings, double strikes, or design variations. These kinds of coins often attract serious collectors. However, It's important to remember that most 1981 25 Sentimo coins are still common. Their value usually depends on condition, rarity, and collector demand. Professional grading services and experienced numismatists are typically needed to determine the true value of a coin. This is why collectors carefully inspect every detail. They look at the edges, the shine of the metal, the sharpness of the design, and even tiny scratches. In the world of coin collecting, these details can make all the difference. Another reason this coin continues to attract attention is its cultural significance. Coins are more than just money. They are historical artifacts that tell stories about a nation's identity. By placing Juan Luna on the 25 Sentimo coin, the Philippines created a small but meaningful tribute to its artistic heritage. Every time someone used that coin, they were unknowingly carrying a piece of Filipino history. For young collectors today, discovering these coins can feel like opening a time capsule. Imagine finding an old jar of coins in your house and suddenly spotting the portrait of Juan Luna staring back at you. That moment might spark curiosity. Where did this coin come from? How old is it? Could it be rare? These questions are exactly what make coin collecting such an exciting hobby. Across the world, millions of people enjoy collecting coins because each one has a story to tell. Some coins commemorate historical leaders. Others celebrate scientific achievements, cultural icons, or national milestones. The 1981 Juan Luna 25 Sentimo coin fits perfectly into this tradition. It reminds us that even everyday objects can carry deep historical meaning. Today, many collectors search online marketplaces, antique shops, and coin fairs hoping to find rare Philippine coins. Some collectors specialize specifically in coins from the Philippines. They study mint years, design variations, and production history. For them, coins like the 1981 25 Sentimo are more than currency. They are miniature pieces of history. If you ever come across one of these coins, take a closer look. Examine the portrait. Check the year. Notice the design details. You might just be holding a small but fascinating part of Philippine heritage. And who knows, depending on its condition and rarity, it might even be a valuable collectible someday. In the end, the 1981 Philippines Juan Luna 25 Sentimo coin represents more than its monetary value. It represents art. It represents history. And it represents the legacy of a Filipino genius whose paintings captured the spirit of a nation. So the next time you see an old coin, don't ignore it. Take a moment to study it. Because sometimes, the smallest objects can tell the biggest stories. And that tiny coin might just connect you to the legacy of Juan Luna, one of the greatest artists the Philippines has ever produced.